Hi friends, we all of us use a calculator for doing the calculations and we use it to reduce our time and which makes our calculations fast. So there are many softwares for designing the calculator. Now I'm using Code.org software for designing the calculator because it is very simple and easy for understanding. Now let's go for Code.org software. Go for Google and search with the name of Code.org and click on the page of the link. This is the dashboard of Code.org. Now, before going for creating an app, first sign in with your account and after that create your own app. For creating an app, go for option of create and select the app lab. This is the page now where we are going to write the code. This is a workspace where we are going to write the code, and this is a tools box or the blocks area from where we are going to select the blocks to write the code. And this is the screen area for getting the result or see our output. Now, before writing the code, we need some required tools for designing. For calculator means we need the operations. Now I want to give the operations of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. For that, I need 4 operators and I should give the input data. So I should add input text blocks, and to get the result, I should add one more block for to getting the result. So for selecting the components, go for the designing part and first select the first if you want to change the background color, click on the background color and change the color like which you do you feel suitable or nice. So this is the background color I've selected. After that, I want to give the title of my project first on my screen. So select the label and give the title. So now I want to give the name as calculator. And I want to change the text color, and I want to increase the size of the color, or and you can change increase you can change the font size also, font style. So now I had given the title of the project. Now I should select the blocks for giving the input data. So select the blocks of text input for giving the input data. So it is 200. I'm making it as 150 or 120 you can give. And in the same way, select other block and make it as 120. Right. So this is my first input and this is my second input. So if you want to give if you want to change the ID, you can change, or if you want to make it like first number and second number, just you can write it. So this is second number. And now for the first number, if you want to give as, which you can see only to look which is the first number and which is the second number. Now I had given the first number and second number. Now I want to give the operators. For that, I'm selecting the blocks of buttons. So now I'm going for the first button and I'm giving, and I want to change the ID. I'm changing the ID of the button. So instead of button, I'm making it as plus, so that when you are writing the code, it will be easy for you. Instead of button, you can give as input as plus, or you can give it as this one plus and their ID as minus. Sorry, ID you can give it as sign and text you can use it as words. Now, and I want to change the background color. Click on the color and change the color of the background. Now in the same way, now I want to do for minus. So click on the ID button too and make it as minus ID. And here if you want to give the sign, you can give. Or if you want to know, I want to give the text for that, you can give. And now I want to change it for some other color. But if you give the operators, it looks like a calculator normally like how we use. So for only minus, I'm giving the text to show the variation, how we can use that. Now for the button, but please give the variation for ID and the text, because when you're writing the code, it asks the ID and you should give the different sign. So for ID, you give minus slashes. For this normally you can give minus. Now for multiplication, go for ID. Here you can give it as mulch and give the input text as this operator, which you can say. Change the color. If I feel it's very small for which we cannot see as a multiplication, we can increase the font size. Just increase the font size. And now last one is for division, button 4. So ID, divide, and here I'm using the sign of division. Now I'm changing the color. So now my designing part for selecting the operators is done. Now I should get the answer result. So for that, I'm selecting the label, make it as result area or answer area something. So ID I'll be giving as answer, but the text what you can see is like result area. Result area. And I'm increasing the font size. Right. Oh. Right. So I've got no, I want to change a little bit the color. Okay, fine. So now I selected all the components for doing coding. Now let's start designing of code. Go for code and first select the block of on event. So for that now if I click this operation, means if I click this plus sign, I should get the value of the result. So click on the plus like what here given plus, and now if you click on this plus, you should get an answer. So for that we should get a set number. Where we should get the number is in the answer area. So answer. Now I want to do the addition. So I'm using the operator of addition. For this, I'm giving the data of inputs, first input and second input. So now select the block of get number, which we are giving the input data. Get number 1 and get number 2. So first input text input and next one is text input 2. Now I'm clicking on the run and let's see, let us give the input of first number and second number and click on the answer. Now I'm getting my result 79. Now in the same way, we have to program for minus, multiplication and division. So for that, I'll be selecting all the events at a time. So I'm selecting 3 events. So for this, sorry, I've got one extra. Now I want next one is for minus. This is my idea of minus. For that, I'm giving the set number. First, I'll select all the IDs, minus, multiplication, and division. So I'd given an idea as divide. So now select the set number for all 3. Give the set inputs. Now for this, I'm giving like idea should get the answer. So answer, answer, and one more is also answer. Now for this, it should, I'm going for the operators and selecting the minus for subtraction. Select the block and put it here. In the same way for multiplication and for division. Now I'm making an idea as this is for multiplication. So select mul. Next one is, so this is the answer where we have to see. Okay. And now afterwards, now I'm giving the input data. For that, select the get numbers of 2 data. Get number. And one more get number. Select for all the blocks for multiplication, division, and for all. Now I have given the get number for all. Now I should give the text input 1. In the same way, text input 2. Third one, text input 1 and text input 2. It should multiply the two data. Now my coding part is done. So for this, I should give multiple. Once. Now make sure that in the events, give the operation we should perform, plus, minus, multiplication, and division. After that, and check where you are getting, you should get the answer. Give the answer ID. After that, check the inputs, like you are given all the first inputs and all the second inputs. And see the operations, like have you given the exact correct operation or not. Now, my coding part is done. Now let's see our result. I'm clicking on the reset. Now I'm giving some input data for the first number. Click on the run and give the input data as 23 into 65 something. So I want to multiply. So this is my answer. Now if I divide, I'm getting the decimal answer also. If I'm subtracting with the sign, because bigger number is second number, so it's giving you minus 42. Addition. 84. So for whatever input you give, you can perform all the operations. You want to change the number again. Just change the number. Now I had given 65, right? I'll be giving something 96 and see. It's performing addition. You can change the variation. So once you can run and you can use same like the calculator, normally how you use. After designing of your calculator and after writing the code, now next part is that you have to give the title of the project. So go for rename and give the project name as calculator. Calculator. After writing the name, click on the save. And after now, if you want to share your design app of the calculator, how you can share? Go for share option and copy the link, and you can share to anyone. They can use similar like the calculator how you use. So now I'll show you how we can use. I'm copying the link and I'm pasting in the Google, and let's see how it's going to work. So this is my project link. So I have opened. Now see how normally you open a calculator in the same way I've got an output. So just give the number 57, 35. I'm giving addition. 92 multiplication. 1995 minus 22 division. So in the now I hope it's like working like same like calculator for all the operations like addition, multiplication, division, and subtraction. I hope you all of us liked it. If you and I'll be providing the code link in the description box. If you want to view, you can view the code. Thank you.